Hello and welcome to another episode of One Night Strahd. We are cruising into episode 3. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I am joined by a wonderful cast of Athena Palmer, Persephone Valentine, Alex Ward, and Jen Kretchmer. We've got commands and links to all their stuff in the chat, so make sure you go check them out. As always, I'm Jasmine, ThatBronzeGirl Buller, your DM, and thank you to the Hedra Group for sponsoring us to do this wonderful mini-series for you. We are coming into the halfway point. Well, I guess like as of the end of this episode, we will be at the halfway point. Where did our adventurers last leave off? Do you need me to refresh you? Because I will.
I believe, as far as I remember, we took a long rest in the Sunlight Temple.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And then that frogman gave me a comic book, or manga, as some people in the chat like to refer to it as. Very good storytelling.
We also dusted some brides.
Yes, we did.
Some brides met
It
their
didn't
end.
one throw some antlers at one of y'all too? It was weird.
Yup.
It gave inspiration. Do they do anything else besides give the inspiration or no?
And I think it's just inspiration for now.
Cool. Here's a body part from a dead woman. Inspiration.
I mean, it seems fitting for Vethe,
yeah.
right?
I did heal Vethe from certain death.
Oh, I don't have the horns. I would wear the horns, but
sorry.
Pura has the horns.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
Pura
that's-
has the horns. That's right.
I have everything.
For certain.
Although you can keep the inspiration. Can I wear them?
Yeah.
I want to wear them.
For
Yeah, you can wear
certain
'em.
like
I'll use them to hold up my
checks,
face.
like hunts, I think is one of them in this module in particular, where you just have to achieve a certain number of successes in a certain amount of time to win. You can actually expend inspiration as an automatic success. So they will, like, inspiration points work differently in the One Night Strahd module, and I actually like the way they work because I feel like the advantage for a normal inspiration point isn't as rewarding.
Mhm.
It also feels weird to give people inspiration for playing in character because that's what you should be doing.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
it's a
why
benefit
that-
for people that aren't as used to role play as we are.
That's true.
Like, let's be real.
That's true.
Yeah.
I love that we're opening this up as shady as we are.
It's
But-
fine.
But
I
You
you're
mean,
know
not-
what makes
Pura,
something
yeah, there's
shady
always
instead of
shade.
just rude? It's a grain of truth.
But you're not in the shade now. You are in
No.
the sunlit shrine.
We also had a nice little visit with our friend Omu, who was enjoying a pipe sitting on a throne.
Mhm.
And we got out of our own timeline. So we had to get back onto where we were supposed to be in the story rather than.
Well, he
I
I
told
feel like
us
that
we were-
almost turned into a boss fight if we didn't leave.
For sure.
He's just
Omu-
a
Omu
frog
is-
person. We learned a little bit more about the tapestry that I own of the Frog War, and that we know he is some player in the game.
Yeah, he totally would have killed us.
Is. We're not
Yeah,
sure
just
if he
want to
means
be
it's harm
clear
or
about
not.
that.
But
Because it's all about the game and how you play it.
You should also.
If
You
you
should-
are a wrestling fan, you understand.
I do
what I just
understand.
said.
I do understand. That's why I'm the one that's freaking. It's all about the game and how you play it. Listen, he just retired.
yeah,
Do you
it's
remember
true.
that one time that Triple H stole Stephanie McMahon from Test, but then Stephanie McMahon was like, never mind, I really love him.
Yes, I do. And they're actually married.
That was
And then-
wild. But like, cause you're like, oh, he stole her from Test and she wants to be with Test and now they're going to be together again. And Stephanie was like, actually, no, I've fallen in love with Triple H. When I was like 7, I was like, this is art. This is the most
Wrestling.
deep storyline I've ever seen in my life.
Soap operas with
Love it.
muscles.
Hey, I got plenty of them for you, baby.
And this is what Matthias
See, that
says
would work.
to Vethe as you sit in one of the rooms of the sunlit shrine. Look at that seamless transition.
I
You're
love
in
your
a
transition.
you're in a small monastic bedroom. It's fairly well appointed. There are books just about everywhere. It's kind of the room that most of us would probably dream about. More bookshelf than wall is visible here. Most of them are fiction. There's a heap of romance novels by the bed, and they're lightly dog-eared, but generally well kept. This is where you have spent your night. You can just barely make out the smell of sage in the air, and you can see kind of like the dust hanging in between shafts of soft sunlight as you rest here. It looks glittery in the air. And this is where you awake. Your dreams were strange. You can't tell how time passes here in Barovia, and there are times that you don't know whether you are currently in the present or the past. Some of you may have dreamed of your childhoods. Some of you may have dreamed of your kittenhoods. Or maybe you saw a dark future. Give me wisdom saving throws.
Yeah.
Now I'm imagining Pura kitten.
That was
Probably
more of a
so
pigeon
cute.
noise, but I'm going with it.
Little kitty making biscuits with a shotgun.
Oh, that's a 1.
No.
10 for me.
That would be a 15 for Matthias.
5. Some of you can't recall your dreams. Matthias, you see a vision of you having dinner in a grand hall. In your mind, you see a card. You see a tarot card, to be specific, of an angel pouring wine from one cup to another. It sticks in your mind. Pura, you do see your kittenhood. When the others stir, you kind of still find yourself in a dreadful sleep. What did Pura look like as a kitten, and what was their upbringing like?
Pura, it's very fluffy kitten compared to the more sleek adult Tabaxi that she has become, but had a hard time, was not graceful in the slightest as a kitten, had a hard time with balance and coordination, really not really good at that, fell off a lot of stuff. But their upbringing was kind of a mess. It was a situation where kind of grew up estranged from her family, but in later years did end up reconnecting with her mother, and that is part of the reason she was here, in order to get money to open the next chain in her mother's chain of bookshops.
Your fuzzy little self is awkwardly bumbling around one of these bookshops when behind a bookcase you see 2 pairs of eyes tinged with yellow, and then a large 2-headed jackal snout begins to come out of the shadows. It snarls at you. It comes out giant in size, knocking over several of the bookcases, and it opens its maw to swallow you whole. And this is the sound you all hear.
Oh, that cute little kid is having a nightmare. I would like to go comfort the Pura by being the little spoon in the situation.
Oh my God!
So I would like to put her arm over me and just kind of pet her paw. It's all right, baby. Matthias is here for you.
So Pura wakes up like a cat that's had a nightmare and springs straight up into the air, flying out of bed and then landing claws extended on top of Matthias.
Well, I guess this is how you Tabaxi do. You know what? Have your way. As I'm very much so in the pain, but obviously she won't.
Why are you in my bed?
I was comforting you. You seem to be having one of those nightmares, beautiful cat lady. And I just thought maybe if you had like a stuffed animal-esque creature to hold on to, even though I am the biggest gnome in the world, that it might comfort you to hold on to someone that could give you strength and show love in your life. But but
Get the
I
fuck out of my bed, or I'm gonna start peeling you.
understood.
That's not how I expected that encounter to go, but I'm here for it.
I want to save that line. Just
Get out of my bed or I'll start peeling you. God damn.
It's pretty good.
Also the why
Yeah.
are you in my bed? That's so good.
so awesome.
Matthias.
Thanks.
Matthias will scoot on over and see what else is going on in the room.
Mm-hmm. Give me an investigation check.
I'm good at those. 17.
You do find a small bundle carefully wrapped in one corner of the room. You wonder if this is the treasure that was predicted to be here at the Sunlit Shrine.
I go check it out. Is there a way that I can maybe look for lay traps or anything of the sort? Because we do not know the area that we are in. We only know that a frog man told us to be here.
Yeah, give me a second investigation check.
Quick question. Did failing the wisdom saving throw do anything to me and Pip?
No, it was mostly, I was like a little bit I wrote for whoever got the lowest, and the nat one
I
ended
see.
up
Cool.
making it a little bit more flavorful.
26.
There are definitely no traps in this room. You do, however, become aware of some strange movement, not in this room, but in another.
Can I open up the bundle of stuff?
Yes. As
And I would
you-
like to keep my eyes on the door, like
Mhm.
position myself to where I'm facing that door.
As you open up the bundle, you find... Actually find it here for you.
Buffering. Buffering.
This is the big module.
Loading screen.
It is.
Matthias acts like he has a big module.
Oh god.
Damn right, girl.
I said acts like. I'm sorry.
I can
said
show you
acts like.
facts if you need them.
Keep it in your pants.
I have. But don't worry, you get desperate enough for good old Matthias. That's it's just a waiting game with you two lovely ladies here. Just
For my own bookkeeping, what relics have you gotten thus far?
I have the Winter's Fury sword,
Mhm.
mhm.
and we got the I don't know if the antlers count as one,
Okay.
but I don't believe we have anything else.
Other
No.
than the
Other than the items we got at the beginning.
Exactly.
Yes.
She took the words out of my mouth, y'all. She completing my sentences.
I'm going to complete my fist with your face soon.
Mm.
I am trying
That's
to
fine.
find the actual item for this, but I have all the rest of them printed out except for this one for some reason. Oh, okay. I think I found it. Yes, there we go. Why? I'm 99% sure I have this printed out somewhere, but I have a lot of paper in front of me, so you find Morningstar's Kiss. It is a beautiful whip. It's legendary.
Sounds like Vethe's universe.
Yes. It requires attunement by a good aligned creature. The whip
Chaotic.
is almost like something out of Bloodborne. It forms stiffly, but then with a crack kind of turns into this long chain, wickedly barbed in places. And it has a small morning star for a head with weight at one end of it. Whilst wielding this, you get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. It counts as a light weapon. And if you are attuned with it, you gain the following advantages. You get 15 feet of reach with this whip. It's radiant. It deals 2d4 radiant damage on hit instead of the typical damage for a whip. And it has an ability called Arcanum. It has 10 charges. They regain each day at dawn. And you can expend charges to cast the following spells using dexterity as your spell casting ability. Sanctuary, that's 1 charge. Counterspell, that's 4 charges with a range of 15 feet. Or haste, 4 charges. You can only cast it on yourself, but it requires no concentration as it typically would.
Cool.
So sanctuary is 1 charge. Counter spell is
4 with a range of 15 feet.
cool, and then haste is
4 charges.
I like to wake up Pip and Vethe if they're not already awake.
The most disturbing person to wake these two up, I would say.
So Vethe
Don't touch me.
Vethe sleeps like she's in a coffin, just like on her back, arms like this. And when she wakes up, she rises all at once and just opens her eyes.
Good
Wide
morning,
awake.
beautiful.
I think Pip sleeps like Indiana Jones, with Ollie just like snuggled up, almost like a teddy bear, little skeletal bat. But-
I would like to. She does the sit up, and I want to be like in Vethe's face, like, "Good morning, beautiful. I found something, but there's also something lurking
I have woken
around.
to a nightmare.
If you want to cuddle, just say so. I can be your little spoon, baby." You
I
know,
grab him by his
Cool,
collar,
okay.
pull him close.
Yeah.
If I ever wake and see your face first thing, just know that I will stab it.
Note to self: get the woman breakfast first. All right. Excuse me. I need to go address Pip. The Pip. And I lift Pip's hat, and did anyone ever tell you have beautiful eyes?
Blink, blink, blink.
Ah.
And I put the hat back on.
Sorry.
What are you?
There is something lurking in the distance, but I also found this whip. You know,
I wouldn't.
it was over in the corner. It's not necessarily my style of equipment to handle, if you will, because it doesn't blow stuff up. But I feel like either you or the beautiful Pura over there might be able to use it, because y'all are far more dexterous. I'm more of the brains of the operation, if you get my drift.
Understood.
Also,
know
there's
where
something
this
lurking in the
is from.
hallway.
That you could have led with.
That is very
To
important.
know, yeah. Let's go. Perhaps take care of that first. Can I send Ollie off to go see what's going on? And also,
You see him like smack against a couple things. And you notice his allergies are kind of like acting up in the dusty.
bless you, Ollie.
So realistically, who can use the morning start? Because I don't have a good dex.
Pura definitely can, and I think Pip
Mhm.
can as well.
I technically can, but my dex is not the highest, so I don't think I'm the best option for this. I obviously
am-
want to be Pip.
Would happily also, I could give someone else Winter's Fury if that works better for them as well and trade
That's
things.
fair too.
I think
Yeah,
Winter's Fury is more of a druid weapon because I want to say it affects shape shifting, if I remember
Oh, does it?
correctly.
I may have missed that, but you may be correct.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
it would
just
also work
found
for.
The clip of, I just found the thing for Morning Star's Kiss now.
Huh.
Yeah, because Winter's Fury does add to unarmed strikes and stuff that you would be using in. I think that would.
But
apply
isn't
to
that
Yes.
important for you because you have claws?
It's not. It's a secondary. It's just an attribute that I happen to have. It's not. It wasn't really something that I'm built around ranged stuff.
Yeah, so like you have immunity to necrotic damage and resistance to cold even while using wild shape, and you get a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls while using wild shape as well.
Oh, then
Yeah. So yeah, Winter's
considered
Fury would be yours.
magical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, you have the write up for that. Can you just?
No, I just took notes via what our
Shit.
wonderful DM.
I didn't
told me.
write down 'cause I
don't
didn't
have
think
any
I was
written
gonna
down
get it.
notes. But I
got
will
you.
send you what I have. There we go.
Cool.
I have it
Thank you.
here. I will take a photo of it and send it to you if that's okay in Discord.
That works.
So whoever would like said morning
I will.
star.
I mean, Pura does have
you
range.
think you can? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'll
that seems a solid plan.
I'll go ahead and take that.
It before I hand it off, it is called Morning Star's Kiss,
Yes, the kiss is for Morningstar, not Matthias.
Also,
mm.
I keep forgetting. Do I want to give this to someone?
Then I will hand it over to Pura. Just maybe no. It's fine. It's fine. We had our moment last night, baby. It's all right. And I say that out loud to see if that makes Vethe jealous because she seemed real catty about my interest in Pura. Okay. There's something
This
lurking in the
awkward moment is thankfully punctuated by Ollie coming back, zipping through the door. And they say to you, Pip, I found a mote of white.
A mote of white.
Of white. Like whitening.
Oh, of light.
Yes, that's what I said.
A mote of light. Ollie found a mote of light.
like with
Shall
the
we go
bow?
check that out and avoid this awkward moment of Matthias trying to make me jealous?
Please.
I don't know whatever do you mean?
You are as transparent as I assume Strahd's skin is.
Well, just because I saw someone else that made my cat scratch, I just, and Matthias will gather his thing and start tinkering with another bomb as he starts shuffling out of the room. You just can't, and he shuffles on out of the room.
Goodbye, Matthias. Try not to get stabbed, especially by me, because I'm going to someday.
As you step out of the small room, you find yourself in the sort of heart of the sunlit shrine.
Mhm.
The inner walls are carved in ornate arabesques. You feel like at first maybe these are like abstract designs, but as you look closer at them, you wonder if there is more meaning to be discerned here, or if there's almost a scene playing out on the walls. But they're hard to make out. You see trees kind of arched in between each other.
May I take out rip a piece of paper out of my journal and try and do like a rubbing of it?
For
of it?
sure, yeah.
Since I know about tapestries and stuff, I am a collector, if you will. Is there a way that maybe any of these would reference the Frog War or anything I've read?
It doesn't look like anything pertaining to a frog war. But as you're studying them, you do notice the mote of light out of the corner of your eye. It kind of hangs in the air strangely. It almost looks like liquid encapsulated in an undulating sphere, almost like a thin membrane. The air around it's almost distorted as it casts shadows in odd shapes. And if you were to reach out and touch it, it almost like moves away from your hand, almost like a hydrophilic reaction. Like there's some strange force kind of pushing it away.
May
Or
I do
hydrophobic, I should say.
Arcana check on said moat?
Yeah, go for it.
That would be a 24, 16 plus 8. Math.
Yeah, it occurs to you that this light could be very useful if there was a way to harness it.
Interesting. Now, when I reach out for the light, does it move in a particular pattern?
Yeah, it kind of gently slides along, almost like a sphere, if that makes sense.
Does Pura, beautiful angel, I need you and Vethe. I would Pip is drawing stuff that I feel like is important right now, but I need to catch that. And so do by chance I have like a jar or something that could or can I make something that would maybe the bomb I was trying to tinker with, maybe I can make that into like a glass of some sort to capture said light.
Yeah.
Like a crystal ball-esque thing.
Do I hear them talking or?
Yeah. I assume you're all kind of like
Do you-
filtering out into this vestibule.
Would you like a lantern, perhaps?
That would be perfect, Pip.
And I use my mage hand to carry a lantern over. This skeletal hand reaches out, lifts it up, and sort of carries it over to you and presents it.
Oh, that's new. Different. And I grab that.
reminds me of my hands.
I'm not perturbed. I just didn't know she could do that. You know, it's like, oh, that's interesting. So, all right. So here's the plan. The orb of light, which is not a moat has water. Okay. I need someone to chase it this way, so I can go this way. But I don't know if it's gonna go up or down. Right, so maybe one of you get high, I go low, and then we scoop it in the lantern.
Have we tried asking it to go in the lantern?
Well, when you try to reach out and touch it, it wants to be.
Hey, mote of light, would you like to get in the lantern over here?
It doesn't respond.
Damn.
You would pick up with your Arcana check, Matthias, that it's not sentient.
So, did you really think that good old Matthias didn't do a little research? Is that? You know, I know you just probably have a problem with someone like myself being smarter than you, but maybe you leave the beautiful looks to yourself, and I will deal with the arts of the arcade. And I see that I might be making her upset, and I just
silver shillelagh starts to rise from her back.
I just mean I did some research on this, and I think it could help us out if we get it in the lantern. And maybe just maybe
She puts the knot of the staff underneath your chin. You're what? Then me? Exactly.
I just said I'm more inclined to research of the arcane arts, where you tend to deal with the woodly and animalistic powers of the world. It's just too different. It's like math and algebra. You know.
Rotates it and hits him in the stomach.
Oh, she loves me. And I say it under my breath. Maybe so. Pura, maybe you can chase it around, but there is something lurking I just
All
feel
right.
like maybe someone could keep watch of that. And we don't know what's in the shadows. We just there's something. I feels it. I feels it.
All
I
right,
can
I'll
keep
help.
a lookout. That
So-
would be fine.
All right, let's try to figure this out. All right.
Can I make a? I don't know. With this, if I'm trying to herd it
Mm-hmm.
towards Matthias, what would that be?
Give me a dexterity check.
Can I make a
Acrobatics or
percep-
just straight dexterity?
We can do acrobatics.
Okay.
Jasmine, can I make a perception check to keep watch?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 25.
You successfully herd it into the contraption created by Matthias. Whoomp. As the lid goes on and the mode of light is concealed, you do notice it almost turns into a spotlight. And depending on where you point it, it casts strange, almost glowing runes upon the wall. Like as you move it, the world around you almost becomes black and white wherever this light falls.
Could I? Is Pip still near the drawings?
Mhm.
Can I pan this over the wall drawings to see if that does anything?
Mm-hmm. As you kind of throw this like lantern light over the wall, you notice that the intricate designs here begin to like form into a scene. They almost like a 3D sculpture begins to kind of move away from the wall as you direct the beam's light. At the center, you see a titan of a man, armored in intricately carved plate mail, sleek and stylized. He has long spines jutting from the corners of his shoulder pieces, and they jut back almost like fangs. His cape is black iron and flows smoothly down until it takes the form of a giant wolf, also made of iron. Its maws large, and it like holds the abyss within it, its eyes wreathed with flame. There are 8 rubies that decorate a crown on the wolf's brow. You would take this to be Strahd.
Is the black armor similar to that of the tapestry?
Yeah, you begin to wonder if there is a connection between the two. They definitely aren't dissimilar. On the wall now that these strange arabesques have kind of created this 3-dimensional sculpture for you, what is left behind on the wall, behind Strahd, are 5 symbols: a snowflake, a leaf inlaid with green jade, a leaf inlaid in ruby and gold, a circle of onyx with a triangle of silver in the bottom, and a thundercloud in mithril. These are the 5 symbols behind him.
It's his wives. I yell out to the group.
Are you sure?
There were 5 wives.
And that was the circle of onyx had what inlaid in it? A triangle of
silver in the bottom.
silver. Okay.
I feel like
well,
you're
and
just
the snowflake
associating
could be
things.
well, the snowflake could be midwinter, or could be winter rather.
Well, was it one of the names Autumn?
Ruby and gold would be autumn.
And the jade would
Maybe
be
you're
spring.
right.
What was the last one?
Thundercloud with mithril.
Wait, there are 5 wives, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's only 4 seasons.
Correct.
So,
Hmm.
what were the wives' names? We knew one was autumn. We know one was winter. Midsummer too.
Didn't we learn? We knew midsummer was one of the wives. Yes.
We didn't learn the last 2, so there's
We
2
knew
missing.
winter.
Maybe one is rainy day.
Give me a history check. Anyone that's trying to like recall this information.
Also, I got a 22 on the perception check.
Okay, gotcha.
I get a 17 on history.
Perfect.
Oh, this is not gonna be
I'm a
good.
14 on history. Eh.
I got a low. What is my
That's
history?
a 17 for me. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
oh, not
17
bad
for me.
actually. That's a 9 for me.
Okay. Pura, you're too distracted by thoughts of just winter that you cannot recall the other sisters. They clearly weren't very important.
I'm very partial to winter.
But Vethe and Matthias, you think, especially Matthias, kind of flipping through this manga, you do kind of recall some. Vethe and Matthias, you remember one was midsummer, one was solstice, one was autumn, spring, and winter.
So that was midsummer, autumn, solstice, spring, and winter?
Mm-hmm.
I see. So it
Now-
would actually be the wives.
That's what I said.
Well, I'm just confirming because we all know that you're not reliable. Anyway,
With that perception as well, Vethe, as you say this, you go to examine closer a henge nearby. Between your intel or history check and your perception, you begin to draw like a parallel. And near you, there is a henge.
Hey, okay.
oh,
Ooh.
You
My.
see
Oh, okay.
That's different from what I thought was going on.
a henge
Me
nearby.
too.
And you notice that these monoliths, with your perception, seem different than the symbols that are behind Strahd on the wall.
there is a henge nearby with different symbols.
Can I go investigate the symbols? Because I do have the manga here. Maybe that could.
I'm also going to go investigate. I can give you the help action.
I would also very much like to investigate because that's what I do.
Yeah.
I
Okay, maybe
will
we should
hang
give Pip
back.
the help action.
I will hang back and make sure that nothing is coming up behind us, or I'm just watching our backs.
Well, there's no
Alright.
reason why we can't
Give me
do
some
two.
rolls.
I'll give the help action to Pip because anyone but Matthias.
Go ahead and add half your modifier, rounded down. That's how I do the help action.
Okay.
Okay. What
And
is-
then- yeah. go
My
ahead and give me
modifier-
2 investigation rolls.
Is 0.
Is it- so the first investigation.
We'll do a
roll
minimum of
is-
1.
Okay.
That's usually that's the house rules for Shakars. I let you
the-
at least add 1.
I rolled a 26, so with that plus 1, 27.
27.
And my first roll was 16. Second one was 23.
Okay.
And then the second one is 16 plus 8, 24.
Yeah. As you are investigating this, you realize that these monoliths can actually be lifted freely and moved. You're able to ascertain the direction or the order they need to be put in using this sort of cipher you've seen on the wall with this lantern. As you move them and slide them around, you hear from somewhere in the depths a slow thunk.
That, my friend, sounds like a secret door.
Does anyone have any concerns that this place of sunlight has images of Strahd? Do you think this was built as by someone who wanted to defeat him, or is this just tricking us?
So all I'm saying is that you having questions about Strahd and not having enough questions about the Frog King out there, there's something going on between these two, and we're caught in the middle of it. So I am gonna get down to that because I want that liquid dragon's breath so I can blow up some stuff. And Matthias will take the lantern y'all coming?
You know what? I believe we're on some sort of pathway that we can't really change, so sure. Let's go.
However, 1 second. I think we should take this time to prepare. Let me just see what I can do for people.
When I woke up and brushed my teeth, I put on mage armor because that's the way you do. You wake up, brush your teeth, get dressed, put on mage armor, tie your shoelaces.
Let me just see.
I'm also going to take this opportunity to cast my Find Familiar spell.
Ah, who is your familiar?
I have an owl named Pierre.
Pierre.
Yes, master, I am here for you. The owl comes. It's like the color. It looks like almost like a drawing made of ink, jet black with large amber eyes.
I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on us.
Yes,
the smartest
you will be,
decision.
how you say, very sneaky.
We will
thank you,
indeed be
Pierre.
very sneaky. Let's just make sure that we don't get killed down there.
Well, I mean, I don't know why all this is necessary as Matthias is tinkering with the bomb. I have no clue why all this is necessary. Y'all coming or not?
Do I have enough time to attune?
We should move on. We should get a go.
Do I have enough time to attune Winter's Fury?
Yeah, this would be an apt time for you to attune.
Cool. I attune Winter's Fury and get all cold and frigid and shit.
So, Strahd is an evil man, right?
Completely evil.
As
Based
far
on
as I've
everything
come to
I
understand.
It seems to be, yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure because in this book, as everyone's preparing, it said that he was only out for love.
What?
Yeah.
Is that why he turned the
yes,
woman into a
Amur.
vampire against her will?
I mean, I don't necessarily think it was against her will. Maybe she was
literally
met
said
her,
it was
talked to
against
her.
her will.
Look, I don't know what a man does with wives other than love. So
I mean, I think that's
just,
the truest statement.
I think you
you've
need
ever
to
said.
believe the woman in this case.
look,
Mm.
all
And
I'm
all
saying
cases.
is that maybe she sacrificed herself to save someone else. That's kind of this what is
That
her
is
name?
not
Can I
what
open
you
up the
said.
book? The
Not
Irina
in
situation,
any
right?
sort of way what she
Like,
said.
there was this lady. She very beautiful, most beautiful lady in the land. Her name was Irina, right? And Irina actually loved Strahd's brother, but Strahd never confessed his love to Irina and waited too late. So then he had to go kill everybody so he could fall in love with Irina, right? All I'm saying is he can't be all that bad.
He couldn't fall in love with her before he killed everyone?
Well, he was in love
That
with
sounds
her.
like
He
a
just-
him
So he
problem.
killed everyone involved to get a woman who wasn't in love with him.
Yeah,
that's
he's
about
evil.
right.
That
Yeah,
sounds
evil.
like textbook evil, yeah. Mhm.
But do
Also,
we
I'm
know-
never going to complain about removing a despotic ruler from any place, so
I'm with
Ziamur,
Vethe on
it
this one.
makes people do the crazy things. And you notice now that Pierre,
What have I
this
done?
greater sooty owl, actually has kind of a heart-shaped head, which they do. Sooty owls do have that.
They do.
I like what is his name?
Yeah.
Pierre. You know what? Pierre understands. Love will make you do crazy things, man.
That's not a justification.
not even a little bit.
I'm
Wait,
just-
No.
one cannot become a monster.
Mhm.
Everything in moderation.
Look,
You
all
know-
I'm saying is that how do we know if the Frog King God, maybe, because it does say in the manga here that if your soul if you die in Raven life, your soul stays in Raven life. How do we know that the soul of Irina isn't in one of the Frog God's children? And that's what Strahd's after.
That seems like a really unfortunate reincarnation.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be a frog either, but we never know
What's
It's
going on?
entirely possible, and if that were the case, still doesn't justify it.
But
Nope.
that means the frog god person had more to do with this than just us coming in.
We were sent here to kill Strahd. It was the job we were given from the get-go.
Didn't
I'm
you
here to
just
do the
argue
job. I
about?
would like my build an owl bear.
Look, I'm still gonna blow.
Wait, what did you ask for?
I asked. I asked to build an owl bear. For sure.
Was that build an owl bear?
Yes, that is what she said.
Yes.
What?
Look,
Explain.
Look, we all want stuff and we're gonna do the job just to understand what is happening here so we don't get bamboozled and end up with our heads on a pike. We gotta
Look,
figure out what all the angles is.
I feel
So
like we've
not
already been
understanding.
bamboozled.
Quite. I don't think we asked
We
for
got
enough.
we did not, and we were bamboozled the minute we showed up here, and everybody knew what our part in this was, except for us.
Which means Strahd definitely knows we're here. And he
Well,
does not seem concerned because he has not directly tried to kill us.
that says who told us that information though? The frog god man. Do y'all see what I'm getting at?
No, that's not who told us the information. We had that woman.
No, Omu did also confirm that we
Well,
came down
Omu
in a
gave us
big
more
blaze of
information.
glory from the sky.
Yes, the
Right.
ones who told us that we were involved in a plot line
Correct.
that had already
And
been
that we're
foretold and blah, blah,
expendable.
blah, blah. Yes. So I don't trust Omu either.
Nope.
A wise
But-
observation.
But what
Thank
I'm
you, Pierre.
saying is that that man, vampire wolf creature, that's the same man that was in that tapestry at Omu's. So there's a connection here.
I think everyone knows everyone in Barovia.
It's a little
Endor
bit
has
more
slept with them.
personal than I think they're telling us.
Probably.
Incestual.
Sometimes reincarnations can be unfortunate. Sometimes you are a great wizard yourself. Sometimes you are bound to a strange cat creature. One must learn to roll with it.
Are you an ancient wizard that was reincarnated as an owl?
I don't know. You tell me.
Look here, Pierre.
Somehow
I
the
need to- I
accent
need to
makes
talk-
him more charming than Matthias, even though a lot of the same things are coming out of his mouth.
I don't control what says.
Love is a beautiful thing. Damn, I can't do it. Look, just keep that in mind while dealing with this frog man. I don't trust him, but love is a crazy powerful thing. If I've learned anything from my 3 ex-wives, one tried to kill me, but
Still not a justification.
I can't imagine why.
No.
well, she fell in love with someone else and wanted to take all the money, but I didn't have any money. So
That seems totally justified. I'm on board with this one.
It was, the love part isn't the justification. The Matthias
No.
part is the justification there.
Mhm.
what, I just know all you beautiful women here just want a piece of me, and
In
willing-
pieces, did you say?
a piece. You got
Something
the
like that.
beautiful eyes. You
Sure, I'll
got
take a leg.
the beautiful
Pulls out Winter's
face,
Fury.
and you got the beautiful cat lady body. All I'm saying is y'all need to listen to good old Matthias because I'm trying to tell you how it is. All right, now let's
Madame-
go on.
Pierre says to you, Pura, would you like for me to peck his eyes out?
Please. Look, okay, yes, we get what you're saying. We will move forward with the idea that we can't trust anyone that we meet here. So let's continue and go forward and try and get this done because I would like to get paid because this is a job for me.
Mhm.
All I'm saying is we're here and we know what we're getting out of this. We don't know what the frog man is. Now,
No, we
let's go
don't.
investigate this secret door. And if we need to blow up the Sun Temple, I'm ready to do it.
You
And I hold up the bomb.
Great, just don't blow me up.
Well,
Yes.
you
I already
better
have
run
enough
quick.
things falling off my body. I don't need all my muscles and bone falling off too.
Agreed.
You
All
make
right.
your way towards where you heard the strange grinding sound. And sure enough, some of the stone, this mosaic stone, has kind of shifted aside, and you see before you a large descending staircase. These are large, almost cyclopean blocks of amber formed from the sap of the great world tree itself, hewn by impossibly large, giant-like humanoids who came before you. They're stacked almost symmetrically and kind of like descend down into darkness in a almost helix-like pattern. The only wear visible on these large blocks of amber is indeed like a slight kind of wearing down in the middle where thousands of footfalls have fallen before you. Far below, through these like sort of fractal gaps in between this strange winding staircase, you see imitations of like a vast temple below you, or whatever is left of one. The large shadows here kind of shift and envelop the space below in darkness, and it's very difficult for you to see exactly what you are stepping into.
Can I use, is the lantern helping? Sorry. At all?
The lantern isn't able to like sort of pierce the veil of like exactly what is down below. It only has so much reach, and the descent is a very steep and sort of meandering one.
Okay. So if I cast like light, it's not gonna help or do anything. Because
not
we're
at
going
this
down.
point.
Okay,
You're
cool.
you're
Gotcha.
actually kind of still in light, if that makes sense.
Got you.
I'm gonna try and move stealthily along the way. Just we have pass without a trace, correct?
Yeah, let's
Let's get a group stealth check.
Wow. Okay. 20, 30. And it's plus 10 pass without a trace, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I got a nat 20.
A nat 20.
Oh,
Amazing.
nice.
19,
26.
26.
29,
Fantastic.
30. That'll be 40.
40! Dang.
Yes, you move down this staircase in complete silence, using the flickering shadows to kind of cover your passage. You are as ghosts meandering through the bones of this old place. The air starts to become stale as you descend. The warmth and sort of dust and sagey smell from up above drifts away, and instead you smell just kind of like, staleness. Like the air down here hasn't moved in a long time. It's a good thing you're moving in silence, because you cannot hear anything stirring in this place, not even the scuttle of a small rodent or the beat of a small insect's wings. Utterly nothing moves here. But you do hear a low single voice after some degree of time, making your way down these steps, singing. There might be words, but you're still too far away to make them out. But you don't think this individual has marked your passage yet.
Could I cast message? To the group, because I can do it at will. It's a cantrip, and say,
Let me go ahead, and you angels watch my back.
because I have the lantern too. So like I'm going to be.
Can you respond to
And
that?
you can respond
Yeah.
back.
Go ahead, Charlie.
I like the name Charlie.
You get that back in the message. That counts as one word.
Oh,
Yeah,
hairball starts coming up.
That carried the flavor I'm not comfortable with. And the smell.
I'm just imagining getting that in a message, just hearing
Ooh.
Out of nowhere, just in the ether around your
in
head.
your
just,
fucking brain. It'd be horrible.
I suddenly feel like I'm back in college at a bar. Ugh.
God, it's like
So
Yep.
Matthias will continue to, because I have the lantern, so
Mhm.
you guys can
Yeah.
stealth. That's my thought, is that I'm going to be a beacon anyway. So
Matthias will go sacrifice himself for the good ladies here.
Mhm.
I'll start easing forward with the lantern.
Chivalry is not dead, but it might be in a minute.
One can only hope.
Your lantern is able to kind of cast a small circle of dim light around you. The darkness kind of gives way to large shapes, and you begin to see the architecture of this temple you are now kind of descending into. It's a good thing you have the light, because all of a sudden the stairs stop about 30 feet from the floor. You cannot discern how they are being supported. It's almost as though these giant amber blocks, while they were still sticky from the sap of the world tree, were kind of adhered together in some magical way. But 30 feet below you, you do see the bottom of where the staircase was supposed to continue to connect. The temple around you has vast walls kind of arcing inward, almost like the inside of a seed or the inside of some kind of natural structure. The bones of this place are old, and as you sit here, you kind of feel like you've stepped into the past in some ways. There's a strange reverence here. In the middle of the temple below, you see from like this piece of kind of darkened umber, a large faceless goddess with two hands extended. You also see a strange jackal-like creature that seemed to be humming the song, and you now realize he is indeed scatting.
Can I cast Sanctuary on myself?
Mhm.
And then I will, hold on, let me make sure. I should have a grappling hook in here. Crowbar, hammer, ration. Sorry, I'm trying to. I know we have rope. Is there something I can tie the rope to up here before I go down and just kind of slide down?
Do you have like a stake? You could attempt to like kind of hammer
Oh yeah,
something
I do
into
have
the
a
wall.
stake.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand to see how quietly you're able to do this.
The 14.
You do notice that there is not one now, but actually two jackal-headed creatures that kind of, one of them marks your passing, although the other one doesn't, but he makes the other one aware to it. They don't attack you, though.
So just to confirm, the goddess is in a statue?
It's a
Goddess
statue
is
of
a
a goddess.
faceless-
Yeah.
A
Okay.
faceless
Mhm.
goddess.
But it's
and then
moving.
No.
Okay.
It's just a statue.
So
Okay,
Statue
so
and then
there's a
two
jackal?
jackal-headed creatures. One
Oh, there's
one
two of
singing
them.
and-
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool.
One is singing, one is not, and has
Mhm.
noticed Matthias.
Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah.
I will shimmy my little booty butt cheeks down the rope here.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
I
May
can taste your mind. I can taste it too.
interesting. How does it taste?
Fuzzy, like cotton candy. I don't think we've ever had that, Burr. I think we have, Burr. You know that one time? What time? You've never had cotton candy. You might be right. What do you think it wants? Well, we know what we want.
My name is Matthias. What may I call you?
It kind of gets up, and you see now it's in an immaculate suit, and it kind of snaps its fingers as it walks jauntily towards you. You may call me Burr.
Burr. And you,
Burr. 2 R's.
Okay, so Burr and Burr. Gotcha. Um, I have a question for you creatures of who is this goddess that you sing so beautifully in front of?
Oh, the singing had nothing to do with the goddess. Oh, that's true. We kind of just sing to occupy ourselves. We do other more gnarly things to occupy ourselves too. Yes, our appetite is vicious. Carnal desires of the highest magnitude.
Well, I don't taste good. I will say that. I'm just trying to get a gist of what all this is down here. And you two seem to be quite intelligent and might be able to help a good friend out and maybe just maybe crap.
He told us to wait up here, right?
A bargain?
Yes, we should wait to see what happens.
Yes,
bargain.
a bargain. Because I feel like maybe I might have some food here that we can barter with, if you will.
He's convincing. Yes, he's convincing.
I'm
Maybe actually
happy.
making it work.
I am convincing.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, that's not terrible. 16. I got a +0. I was like, all right, I'm gonna be. Nope, there's no pluses on that.
Yeah, you notice he is like kind of swayed. You feel like he's willing to wheel and deal. How do you intend to defeat the vampire lord?
That is a great question.
Why,
I was
though? Why does he intend to defeat the vampire lord?
I mean, should I not?
Should he? I don't know.
What is the vampire lord to you?
What is he to you?
Well, he's a man that fell in love. And I am a gnome that has fallen in love multiple times. So I don't quite know if he's the bad guy in all of this. So I would like to get as much information as possible because there's this frog thing. What is his Omu, if you will, that seems shady himself. Do you know Omu, the frog god king man?
As you say this, you notice Burr has gotten kind of like bored and sauntered off, and you are left with the less cruel of the heads. Burr.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I remember an Omu. But I suppose you might be capable people.
Well,
You just need a way out of these amber depths.
so this is what this is, the Amber Depths.
I've
So-
been trapped here for some time, forced to guard the way. You see this place? It's the last separation between you and Ravenloft proper, the castle. That's what you seek, isn't it?
Yeah,
Now I
think that-
could gobble you up, bones and all.
Mhm. I'm very certain you could.
Scabba-dee-ba-da-da. Or we can help each other.
Now, how might someone as myself help as beautiful a creature as you?
I'm going to strike you a deal. The best deal. An absolute door buster if there were doors in here. You shall
Mhm.
carry me to the highest tower in Ravenloft.
Okay.
And in return, we'll see what I can do for you. Well, one of those things being allowing you to pass, and the other one being helping you on your journey.
Okay. And how would you like to be carried? I can maybe fashion a beautiful, comfortable sleeping bag-esque backpack that maybe one of my, maybe I could carry for you. Or how would that work? Because I would love for you to be transported comfortably.
Yes. His eyes grow wide. And I'm dealing with the
Kitty.
same thing, Alex. I've got one behind me right now that's like moaning and whining. He's cute though. The kitties are being troublesome.
Kitty.
Why are you
Oh,
crying? Tell everyone why you're crying.
why are you crying, Gomez?
Aw.
Is it because my mustache
those
looks terrible today?
eyes.
It looks bad, doesn't
Why
it,
are you
Gomez?
crying, Gomez? He's purring because I'm just holding
I can
him.
hear it.
Yeah, he's a little purr baby. Ah! No, don't do that.
Just straight arm.
Tabaxi! They're so dexterous. Bludgeoning damage to my titty.
Better than piercing, I guess.
Yes. No, he just like does this thing where he like puts his arms straight out. So funny. Cats are so funny. Okay. His eyes grow wide, and as they do, you hear a crack in the ceiling above you. And amber begins trickling down like honey from the ceiling. As it does, it encases him whole, and you see his body begin to melt and shift until finally, as though suspended in air, you see a ring made of liquid gold, essentially, with a jackal's head on top. It winks at you.
This is far more convenient than what I was gonna do.
And I would like to pick up the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in a pocket or
On the finger. You hear the voice like in your mind.
interesting.
Can I do an Arcana check before I put this on my finger?
You can do. Let's see.
Or
Go for it.
Yeah, I don't know what else it would be.
I like that your first instinct was a baby Bjorn for Burr, a baby Burn. Baby
Well, I was
Bjorn.
gonna have Pura carry it because I was like, I'm the tallest over the world, but I'm still short. So I was like,
Pura's probably 6 foot, yes, or Vethe. I don't know. Vethe might get angry.
Vethe is
She's
definitely
stuff.
skeletally tall. About 6 foot. 6'3".
Arcana is a synthetic 20.
Okay. You are able to discern that this is a ring of telekinesis.
I will slide it on.
Side to the left.
Slide to the right.
And for Burr,
Burr goes. Brrr. As you put the ring on.
Now that's their cousin. Brr. This is we have Burr.
You see
Burr.
They were the
the
last
other
guy.
burr is gone.
Oh, yikes.
Just for clarification, we see none of this because we're up on the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't see any of it. We were commenting on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Wait, could we hear it though?
Nope.
Yeah, you would hear
Oh,
at
we
least,
did?
You would hear pieces of it, I would say. Give me perception to see how much you're able to discern.
17.
Oh, that's a
that's
natural
nice.
20.
Yeah, get you in
Yeah.
that 20.
So
That's a 26 for me.
you're able to pick up most of this. I would say about 70% in terms of hearing. But you probably don't see Burr turn into the amber ring.
But did you say anything about that out loud, Matthias? When you
And I think Matthias just said, "Oh, this is a much more elegant solution than what I was thinking."
Yeah, this is a much
Yeah.
much more convenient way.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you, Burr, and what deal shall we strike with you?
And I look around and I don't see Burr.
Yeah, he's gone.
How far down is Matthias?
It's like 30 feet, you said?
30
Yeah,
feet.
30 feet.
Okay, so without warning, Vethe disappears into the shadows and pops up right behind Matthias. Did it go well?
You know I love when you do that. I think so. There is Burr here. And he or she is being quite quiet. Now, Vethe, could you by chance leave some food for my kind friend? Because they did seem quite hungry.
Certainly. What kind of food did I want?
The jackals. So maybe
have-
meat.
Good berries.
Did you say jackals?
I message down.
Yes, I said jackals. Well, they were very similar to you, Pura. And they like to scat diddly dat like the Pip's Ollie.
Pura's gonna climb down the rope. I think we should just go down, Pip.
I agree, and I'm gonna also climb down.
And I will get down there and go,
Is the reason you said they were like me because we both have fur?
Well, you're a tabaxi.
And
A
they're
beautiful one
jackal.
at that. You
Those
know,
are very different species.
Completely
But
different.
a
creatures.
jackal is completely different than a tabaxi.
Yes.
So I do recognize the difference. I'm not a complete jerk.
It's fine. Half of us don't
Regardless.
know the difference between halflings and gnomes.
Well, halflings
see how that
tend to be
feels?
quite
Do
poor.
you see how that feels? Do you see how insensitive that is? That's what you just did.
I did not do such a thing.
Yes.
I was trying to explain the differences between a tabaxi and a jackal person, and then I got interrupted. Now, I'm sorry that you beautiful women out here just feel like Matthias be trifling, but I just be about the cracklings and having a good experience.
MBT, Matthias be trifling.
I do have an idea actually about how we can leave some food behind, but also prepare for what is to come.
Before we continue, I just want to say
We just
I had a dream last night about 2 jackal heads. So just putting that out there.
That concerns me.
Yes.
me as well. Can I look around the space and see if there's anything here?
Yeah, as you
Be
look around the
careful.
space, you see 2 hands begin to kind of emerge from the statue in front of you. The edges of the robe kind of, you hear like a strange groaning, almost like that of stone being digested by something. And you
Oh.
see 2 scaly hands come out with their nails kind of ending in claws. And
boy.
at the tip of each claw is a symbol. Kind of.
I had to lock my girl out because nope.
He's playing with
Oh,
a
mine-
plastic bag and having a ball of a time. He runs in the bag, he runs out the bag. He runs in the bag, he runs out the bag. Then he stares at me from inside the bag and is like, the world is green.
Oh my gosh.
I just have a bag, cat. You see.
Ah.
Oh, I see.
Oof.
Oh no. No.
It's the Hierophant in the tower. And temperance. Okay.
These are not reversed.
I really should have gotten my nails done.
The hermit. The lovers. So those are the symbols that are on the claws?
Those-
Mm-hmm.
We had found a lot of so we had gotten the Hierophant the tower temperance before, right?
Well, I had the Hierophant card, and I reach and try to pull it out.
So Matthias, you had. Oh, these are all of our cards.
I was the lovers too.
All
yeah.
of us.
Hmm.
Why?
Hmm.
How did they?
Hey,
What?
don't do that. Sorry.
Can I roll Arcana
Same.
Yeah, go ahead.
or Insight or something?
Yeah.
Cool.
My Arcana would be, what do we got here? $21.
21.
High math.
Perfect.
That is the 26 for me.
26.
I would like to talk to Burr in the ring. Is this normal?
I'm a 21 as well.
Okay. As you talk to Burr, you hear, ow, that was my hand. You hear his voice in your mind. And he says to you, he's like speaking to you telepathically. He says, yes, this is the way forward. The Vampire Lord accepts your challenge. But take me where I need to go and I can help you defeat him. The Tower card.
How big are the cards out in front of us?
They're like the size of normal cards.
Okay. Hear me out, guys. I'm gonna touch that tower card.
Okay.
All right.
Before you do, can we finish? Is there anything else in the room?
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case it does something. We've been through a lot of portals and doors, and perhaps this
Yeah.
is taking us to
With
different
how-
places.
This is a
I don't
good
want to
point.
go before we're sure it's time to
Yeah.
go.
There, you don't find anything else in the room.
Okay.
But with your Arcana checks, you do discern that this is, you kind of get some of the same information Matthias gets. You wonder if this is a challenge in some ways, that the Vampire Lord is asking you to pick your poison, and wherever you go next, you will be drawn into the heart of Castle Ravenloft.
I see. So whichever card we touch might lead us to a new path. We just need to be careful about which we choose. I think the tower is a bad idea.
Look, all I'm saying is that Burr here says if he gets to the tower, it'll help us.
Where is this Burr?
Well, I'm transported, and I like wave my hand. I transport him, on my hand here. And so he said if we reach the tower, which he gave us free passage. So Matthias has to be a man or gnome of his word.
And what assurances do we have that Burr will follow through on this?
Well, I'm pretty sure the other Burr hasn't killed us yet. So, we have that. I believe he is a jackal creature of his word.
Well, you made the promise, not the rest of us. So if we drag you somewhere else, it's not your fault.
Insight. Can I roll an insight check or something to see if he was like? Are
Yeah.
there any deviousness thing to that?
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, he's a jackal.
14.
Yeah, he seemed like just somebody that was trapped here and eager to get out of this sort of like imprisonment set upon him by the Vampire Lord. You also gain the insight that you do believe he truly wants to destroy him. That's why he was trying to size you up and figure out if you could do it.
I really feel that the tower is the place to go.
The tower.
You would want to go to a symbol like that.
Well, from what I understand of this Strahd creature, and I pull out the manga, we're gonna need all the help we can get, and I don't think Morning's Kiss or Winter is gonna be able to help us.
That's fair.
So
That is
another
fair.
strong
However,
ally.
The tower is a bad omen. An extremely bad one. If we're going there, we need to be sure that we are prepared.
Well,
There is one thing that I can do that would prepare us. And also leave food behind for this other burr creature that you're talking about.
it's Burr with 2 R's.
You know what? I don't give a shit. So, I'm going
She didn't
to...
do that. She's just
I'm
feisty.
going to drop
No.
the spell bead for Hero's Feast.
Ah, perfect.
So this glorious feast of different kinds of dishes, like there's a not grilled. Jasmine, you do this. I'm not in DM mode.
I got you.
Thank
A
you.
beautiful feast spreads forth. You see all kinds of proteins in delicious gravies. The smell is savory. You see vegetables lightly grilled and salted, laid out on long platters, skewers of meat over a small sort of fire that's embedded in this like small hibachi grill. And you see goblets of wine, juices, fresh fruits and produce all laid out before you. The smell fills this old place and fills it with warmth and feelings of home.
Yeah, so if that burr creature would like to come out and eat with us, come forth. Sorry, come forth. Come out.
Nothing comes out.
He
Awkward.
seems like the strong killing type. So maybe give him his privacy. Maybe,
Well, let's eat first, and then we'll leave what's left after. We'll make sure there's portions.
Wonderful.
cool.
You
If we eat, I do think we can go to the tower.
You sit
Well-
and partake in this delicious feast.
Okay, so for the next 24 hours, we'd be cured of all diseases and poisons, which I'm sure will be great for Matthias to get rid of all those little infections he's got. We become immune to poison and being frightened. We make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Our hit point maximum also increases by 2d10 and gain the same number of hit points. Let me just roll that for us.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Nice. That's 15.
Hey,
Pretty dang good. And that's for
those are
24 hours.
temporary.
They
temporary.
are no, it's the hit point
Oh, it's-
maximum.
Maximum, so 15. Okay, great. Hey.
So does that disappear after the Hero's Feast?
So
Yeah.
it goes active after an hour, and the benefits last for 24 hours. So it does disappear after, but
Okay.
not for but they are not temporary. So you don't mark them up permanently. You can recover them within that 24 hours. So if you
Okay.
hit dice to regain hit points or get healed, you can gain those back.
Okay, perfect.
So we're temporarily immune.
We will see you next week when we dive into what happens when our players go to the tower.
Woo!
See you there. Make sure you follow everybody. They're amazing. Their information is in the command. It's in the chat right now. And yes, thank you so much for joining me, players. You're fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat. We go live Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we hope to see you there. Bye.
Bye.